We'll try this one, shall we? If you're wondering what I meant, normally these taps will have a hole in the end of them, and you can put a point in them. This one doesn't have a hole in the end of it, but it has like a point the other way. Just put the line all over here. Just realised I might not be able to tap all the way through. So I'm going to just shorten it down a bit. This is a 7/16 by 14 TPI Whitworth. Why Whitworth? Well, that's what I had, and the rest of it's Whitworth, so thought we might as well keep it the same, haven't we? I'm going to blow them chips out there. It's a pretty coarse thread, is that? I do like them Eagle oil cans our American friends seem to have plenty of. I don't know what it is in this country, they make some brilliant stuff. We can't seem to make epoxy oil can. Well, not that's any good anyway. Taking some tapping, that is. But it is a good bit of steel though. We'll have a bit of a clean up, I think. I don't want to keep going when there's so many chips in there, because go and snap the tap off and then you're back to square one, aren't you? And it's full. Look at that one. So it's got to get through to about, that may just do it. If it looks like it's taking some cutting, because it is, but it's a decent tap, that is. It's just that this steel, SS99 or whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called now. It's as tough as a knock as well, this is. Still. Well, that's that one through. Well, that's taper tap. No, it's not a taper tap. What do you call it? first one. And this is the bottoming tap. So that's what's going to be our, you bastard. That's alright. It goes down to there then. So look at the end of that thread, I think. Right, so now we've got to decide how far back that needs to go, don't we? So, as a rough guesstimate, the inside of that is bored to 3/4. It takes us to about there. And when that's in, I don't expect that thread has to come out any more than that to be able to push it out. You know, to be able to break the taper on the that's miles over, isn't it? If it's screwed in that far, that will be enough. So I think we can cut that off there. I've just turned and threaded more than twice what I needed. Hey ho. So see if we can just quickly part that bit off. And we'll just tidy the end up a little bit. It's covered in bloody oil. Oh. Yeah, that'll be alright. It says. I'm going to set the 0 there just in case I have to resharpen this or something. That's what happens when you stop. And then you got to really push it to get it to go again. Can't see that, can you? Cleaning that end up a little bit. Well, that needs a bit more, I think. Just lift the cutter up a bit. Really like that one. No, that's okay. Right, so that. Yeah, that should do that. Right, so just got to clean this up a little bit, drill a hole through here, put a little Tommy bar in it, and we should be able to give it a whirl and see if it'll work. Oh no, I can't. Still got to make a new nut yet, haven't I? Oh, something. Right, now we've got that to make. Got a slight change of plan. I was going to make one and slot it and make a tool to go in the slots, but then I thought, I know. I looked for an 18mm socket, which just happened to fit in the end of there. So I thought if I make the nut, then put it on the mill, put some hexes on it, and make it into a nut, shall we say. We use 18mm socket, but since I only had one, I ordered one the other day off eBay. US Pro deep impact socket. And all I'm going to do is machine a nut for the socket to fit. I'll press a piece of square in the end, just with a little T-handle on it, and that'll do. But I think I may, it's always the same, isn't it? I was looking for something else in my van, and then I found this 18mm socket, which I didn't know I had. So I've already got one similar to this on a 1/2 inch drive, that's on 3/8. So I may just sacrifice this one, keep this one for something else, and then we'll go from there. So I found a little bit of, this is a bit of cast iron. I think it'll do to make the nut out of. Well, say I think it'll do, it's going to have to do. I did have a piece of all thread. I was going to make it out of that, but turns out it wasn't quite the diameter wasn't enough. So we'll just clean this up a bit. I've got something jammed up in my carriage, but it seems a bit stiff. I'm only using the cast iron because it was there. So I suppose what I should be thinking about is pull you back out. I want to make the nut to just fit into there, don't we? Give ourselves a little bit of, well, that's saying that's inch, so I think what we'll do, we'll make it 980. Or 979.5 even. There's 150th off it, which is 75 a side. Three thou over, but I don't think that is going to be a problem. Yeah, plenty of play on there. Right, get a centre drill hole in it. Find my drill chip. Bring things a bit closer, I'll see you've got even more room down there. Right, so I have to find the left-hand tap and appropriate drill. Right, we have a drill. Whether it's any good or not, we're about to find out. They only need to go in so far. We're gonna cut it off and tap it in a mill. I think so. I think what we can do is we'll maybe start the threading here a little bit, just to get us somewhere close. See the snap-on wrench is jammed up. Not only jammed up, it's falling to bits. Alright, let's try again. Oh. Everything I pick up today I keep dropping. I think we'll just, like I say, start the threads in here, just so we know that they're going concentric to the nut. If anybody's screaming, don't make it out of cast iron. Don't panic, I can always unmake it. Make it in something else if I need to. Bottomed out anyway. Let's see what we can balls up this time, shall we? Or should I say drop? Just realised something. I cut that off there all the way. How the hell am I going to hold it? What do I think about that? I need to hold it to cut the hex on it, don't I? Okay, we've got it in a collet block. Someone's got his big fat arm in the way, isn't he? Well, I reckon that is about as far as I want to go in. That'll leave me like a shoulder on the nut. So we're zeroed at that. And we want 140 thou side off. So that should bring us to 0. 600.
Hey, on the grass. Stay
That's
on the grass.
140.
Stay on the grass.
Right. Let's see what happens, shall we? Let's see where that can put it. Not very good, is it? Let's just see if I can move you around a tad. Wrong way. What's that look like? I have put a stop on the vice to get us somewhere closer to cast iron gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Middle blind. Middle blind.
Yeah, will it fit? Oh yes. Right. Back to the lathe, we'll just part that off. A little bit of deburring. Yeah. No, so I finished that off, look. I didn't bother filming it, I just drilled it. 8mm screw, put a handle on it. So that's that. There's the disc we've done. So just get this nut finished and then we'll give it a whirl and see how we get on. So I've still got to put that back on the lathe. I'm gonna, oh that's the point, will the nut go in there? Yeah, just. So that is onto the taper. And there's the nut. One we're just done. We'll just part it off on the lathe. Come on.
Nope.
Right, that's going to go on there. I haven't yet made anything to go on this.
What one?
So what we want. That's tight. And we can stick our disky poo on. Like so. We have this. Pin spanner. I think a lot of the time people maybe tighten her up. So theoretically that would be it, wouldn't it? So then what would happen is when you come to take it off, which would be, let's take the nut off, won't we? It's just tightening that inner part of there. Look. I've got to just machine a bit of that out, I think. And then this little fella, take that off. We should just be able to screw that up. There we go. Just the job. I've got to chase the threads on the other one as well. That's it, it just pops in that. Nice and tight. Well, actually, no, it's not nice and tight. You don't want to be too tight, you just want to be nipping them up. So, I'll pop the guard on. And I should be able to give it a whirl. All feels okay. Oh, there's one other thing I was going to show you. I've got this. Now this is it's a magnetic filter, system filter of a heating system. I'm going to put that on the return back to the coolant pump because there's a magnet inside here, and what it does as the water runs through, all the bits of anything metallic will stick to the magnet, and you literally undo the top. I've got a plastic spanner for it at the minute. You undo the top, pull the magnet out, which is inside a plastic tube, pull the magnet out of the tube, wipe all the crap off the plastic tube, put it back together again. So I'm hoping that that will do alright. I put a magnet on a carbide tip the other day because I wasn't sure if carbide was magnetic, but the bit of carbide I put it on, it did seem to be magnetic. So hooray. Right, I've got to just move my bandsaw from the end of the surface grinder, and then we'll get it fired up and I'll let you have a look. See what you reckon. Right, let's give it a whirl, shall we? Let's just turn the box on. Turn the hydraulics on. Actually do anything yet. I haven't ground anything, I'm just another piece of wood I have in here, like at the back for this I took it out. dress the wheel though. Back the other way now. Order some really small brass tubing, and I'm going to make a little block that goes on the end of there with 4 little tubes sticking out, cut off at an angle to get my water a bit more where I want it. Now I've started doing this block, I'm going to finish it out. Put a bow on it. Surface grinder is pretty good, but my right arm's a lot happier now I've got this one. There's no, not getting any vibration or anything, so the disc and that must be okay. I've noticed one thing though, the nut that they may put on the end, I'm going to have to machine just a little bit off. If you don't know, you can see there, there's a little washer in there and one that side, because the inside of this cover just catches it. Put another power on and go back the other way. Normally have the water going a bit quicker than this, but without this other piece of wood on. Guy at Solid Rock Machine Shop off of YouTube. I spoke to him about grinding wheels and things. Basically, the harder material you grind in, the softer wheel you want. And vice versa, the softer the wheel, sorry, the softer the material, the harder the wheel. That's a K, that one. Just let it get to the end and then we'll have a look. Try and get in the light a bit so you can see it. So, that's a fantastic finish. I'm well chuffed for that. I've noticed one thing when you're grinding, and yeah, that was a really nice finish. The one thing I've noticed more than anything is it's surprising how quickly the wheels load up on you. And it's usually, from what I've found so far, it's because you're using the wrong wheel for the material that you're grinding. So what happens is the wheel loads up really quickly, and then you start to get really bad chatter marks in your grinding. So the trick is getting the right wheel for the stuff that you're doing. I.e., if you're grinding something really hard and you've got a real hard wheel in, the wheel doesn't seem to want to wear as such, which I know you don't want it to, but all the pores get full up in the wheel. So a hard wheel on real hard steel, it will do it, but after a couple of passes you start to notice that the finish on it is just really poor. But if you use a soft wheel on hard stuff, what it tends to, or what it seems to do from what I can gather, I mean I'm no expert on this, I'm just learning, but the wheel breaks down so much quicker because it's softer on the harder material, therefore it exposes more of the cutting points on the wheel itself, and you just get a much better finish with it, and it doesn't load the wheel up anywhere near as quick. So when you've got soft material and the wheel's really hard, then the wheel's not it's not wearing as such as much as it would be the other way around, but it also keeps the pores open in it. So anyway, I shall just endeavour to keep learning. I'll get that inline magnetic filter rigged up. I'll just show you this in here. I'll have this nut off. Because the nut was just catching on there, the very front of the nut. So I'll either just put it in the lathe and just machine a bit off the front. Oh, I could actually just put it on the grinding table and use the old nut temporarily and just grind a few thou off it, because it was only just catching, but catching enough to make a noise that, well, it would just do your bloody head in. Slip that back on. So I think that'll do for now. I've had news on my computer. It should be back this Sunday, so I've got quite a lot of video on the camera now that I'm going to have to go through. There may be 2 videos before I get to this point, and then that'll do that. And then I think the next thing is to get the vice off the mill, get it on the surface plate, find out where it's out, get that ground in so it's well, as good as I can get it, and that'll be that done. And then I have to tackle this humongously heavy bloody rotary table, get it pulled apart, get it cleaned out, bearings and that washed out in it and replaced if necessary. But hopefully I'm just hoping it's just full of crud, you know, the old grease has gone hard, that type of thing, so hopefully then we'll get it done. So right, we'll see you a bit later.